Us here about social media use and how, Ari, it can relate to depression and anxiety.
Yeah, so in the early 2000s, obviously social media was really new, and it has grown exponentially since then. So that rapid growth can kind of make it a little bit difficult for researchers to kind of keep up with things. However, psychology today says that there's no doubt in the last 2 decades, since social media has kind of taken off, mental health and suicide rates have risen. So the question is it social media related? Researchers are looking into kind of connection between social media and users' emotional investment, their addiction-like relationship with their apps, and then that fear of missing out, which we've talked about before, their experiences on the platform, and then their passive versus active use. So research in 2020 showed that a higher emotional investment in social media is related to anxiety and depression. And then you can kind of do this test, an at-home test with Bergen's addiction scale, and that kind of tests if you have an addiction type relationship to social media. There's actually support groups out there for social media addiction. It is very real. But they were saying, is it because you're kind of projecting that life that you want people to see, or is it because of negative comments, or is it just because of that doom scrolling and you're just stuck in this loop that you really can't get out of? So it can be related to depression and anxiety. I think they kind of recommended seeking therapy, talking to others, and really looking at your relationship with social media before jumping to conclusions, oh, I'm depressed, I have anxiety, kind of looking at that before taking further steps.
It's got to that point where you have a relationship with social media.
Yes, and you just can't put
Watching
down the phone.
everybody else's highlight reels and thinking you don't measure up.
Exactly.
You do, we promise. More on that on our website, erienewsnow.com. The fastest way to get there is the QR code in the bottom corner of your screen. We, however, head